Over Labor Day weekend, some friends and I went to a place called the Mount Baker ski area. It was a really incredible place. I didn't really know where we were going, so I was not expecting it to look like this. There was snow on the ground still in the beginning of September, which is kind of crazy. On the drive up there, it was really foggy. We were kind of worried that we weren't going to be able to see anything, but as the sun rose, the fog all burned off, and we were so high up. The views were so beautiful. After we walked around for a minute, we started to notice some fog rolling in again, and shortly after the fog started coming, it started raining. At one point, one of my friends and I were taking some pictures kind of on a ledge in a really open area, and we noticed that our hair was starting to stand straight up, which I'm pretty sure means that lightning is about to strike. So as soon as we noticed that, we kind of ran immediately towards an area with a little bit more tree coverage, but that was a little bit scary. There didn't end up being any lightning, which was great. So glad that nothing happened. I pretty often hear people complain about how as you get older, time just seems to speed up and weeks and months and years just pass in the blink of an eye. I definitely think that's true. I've experienced that for sure. But I've also heard the idea that time seems to speed up because we get stuck in routines. We kind of do the same things over and over again, and we aren't having as many new experiences as we did when we were kids. It's been really interesting to notice how in the time since we've been here, my perception of time has been a little bit different than normal. Moving and being somewhere totally different is inherently going to create a lot of new experiences. Every day just kind of feels new and exciting. There's always new stuff, always new places to explore. And I know that with time, life will start to feel routine here. But for now, it's been a lot of fun. I started drinking instant coffee recently. It definitely tastes pretty bad, but gets the job done. The yarn that I ordered came in. I have 2 of these, so I'm gonna use these to make hats for my parents. I think I'm gonna do one cable knit and one as a fisherman's rib, I think is what it's called. I was able to book flights to go visit my parents early in December. So I really need to have these hats done before I go visit them, so I gotta start getting to work on that. I'm almost done with the socks I've been working on for 6 months or however long. Knitting has been such a great hobby for me. I just started in January, so I'm still really new to it. It's just like the perfect hobby for after I come home from work and I'm tired, but I still want to do something that feels like good and productive and fun. Something about knitting is just very calming. All you're really doing at any given moment is one stitch and then the next stitch. It's like just enough to keep your brain occupied. As far as learning how to knit socks specifically, I've been following this one YouTube video step by step for every single sock. It's a really good video, it's really detailed, and I feel like the socks I've made with it have turned out really good. So I definitely recommend watching this video if you're interested in trying to knit some socks.
Pull all that yarn down inside, tighten it up, and look at that. Our toe is closed up and our end.
I had a lot of fun making the last video. There were a lot of mistakes with the audio, like you can hear the camera trying to autofocus throughout pretty much the entire video. And yeah, a ton of the first video that I made was out of focus. That may still be the case here. Hopefully not, hopefully it's gotten a little bit better. The quality is just not very good, but I think it was a good first attempt. Yeah, I just learned a lot. So I'm hoping that the quality will improve and these will be a little bit more enjoyable to watch back and a little bit less cringy if I keep making more. Okay, so it's actually time for me to start getting ready for our dinner reservations for this really nice sushi restaurant that I've been looking forward to for so long. It is 4:05, so we need to leave in like 10 minutes. I'm sweating because it's like 80 degrees and we don't have air conditioning here. I think this is what I'm wearing. We have to leave now. This is on the way to Ebey's Landing. At least one of these is Canada. Could not tell you which one. Ooh. Is that gonna focus? Joseph and I did a little weekend trip to a place called Whidbey Island. The first day we were on Whidbey Island, we went to Fort Casey. They have a lighthouse there. It's called the Admiralty Lighthouse. I've had such a hard time saying that name, I don't know why. It was really overcast and it was a little bit cold, but it was like a very fun, moody setting. And it was just nice to walk around. The lighthouse was honestly not very tall, which is probably for the best. I'm a little bit afraid of heights, so I probably would have been a little bit freaked out if it was too much taller. The entire island, I feel like everywhere we went was just really, really pretty. Honestly, it was just nice to be outside of the city for a minute. Everything around here is very like hilly, so you could just drive around a corner, any random corner, and get like this really incredible view of the water and then like mountains behind it. There were so many deer. There was just a lot of like nature that we have kind of become used to not seeing around us. Oh, bye! We drove back right around sunset. It was just very like picturesque. The whole trip was so relaxing. I'm really, really glad that we did it. Let me make sure I'm... You ready? Yeah. Let's go. Our second day on Whidbey Island, we did a hike called Ebey's Landing, which was incredible and probably the best thing that we did the whole trip. Man. There he is. This day was totally different. It was no longer overcast. It was like really sunny and it was a little bit warmer. So the views were even better. Like we could see so far off into the distance and the water was like shining in the sun. But yeah, it was just like a 3-mile hike. It was a loop where you would go up, you would walk across a bluff, and then there were like 2 switchbacks that would take you back down to the beach. Excellent.
Now you have to do the little cover look.
At some point when we were walking on the bluff, Joseph said, "Wow, I bet if you fell off here you would die." So I got kind of freaked out. I'm glad we didn't fall. This is where where we were. And this is how tall the trail is. It was really high up. So we have this little Polaroid camera. I got it for Joseph the first Christmas after we started dating. And we made a really good habit of bringing it to, like, I don't know, different fun events and taking pictures with it. But we didn't do such a great job with these pictures. I guess this is the first time that we've taken Polaroids outdoors when it's been really sunny, because all of our photos are like really overexposed. We have like a handful of pictures that turned out really good. Most of them not so good. So these are all of the Polaroids that we took. Like I said, most of them are really overexposed. We didn't realize until almost the end of the trip that there is a specific setting on the camera to like take outdoor photos. So like this one turned out pretty good, this one turned out pretty good, and that one. And the rest of them are mostly white. We tried to take pictures of the top of the lighthouse. Excellent views. You can see nothing. Incredible. But yeah, it's been a really good month. It's been very busy, but a good kind of busy. As always, I'm really glad that we're able to do these things and enjoy this time